Just to bring you up to date with the breaking news that we've had this morning, that in the last hour, a very powerful earthquake has struck central Japan, prompting a major tsunami warning.
In the heart of Japan, beneath the serene beauty of the Noto Peninsula, the Earth harbored a silent threat that awakened on the first day of 2024. A devastating 7.6 magnitude earthquake unleashed chaos, transforming landscapes and lives in a matter of seconds. From the ground tearing apart, buildings crumbling, to the ominous rush of tsunami waves threatening to erase entire towns, this disaster wasn't just another headline. It was a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable power.
With warnings that the waves could reach up to 5 meters. Now, more than 36,000 homes have lost power in the last couple of hours.
Magnitude and epicenter. As the clock struck 4:10 p.m. on January 1st, 2024, central Japan was jolted by an invisible force emanating deep from within the earth. The magnitude, a staggering 7.6 on the Richter scale, indicated not just a powerful earthquake, but one capable of catastrophic consequences. This wasn't merely a tremor felt underfoot. It was a colossal upheaval that sent shockwaves through the heart of the nation. The epicenter, located beneath the picturesque landscapes of the Noto Peninsula in Ishikawa Prefecture, lay at a depth of 10 kilometers. At such a shallow depth, the quake's intensity was magnified, its power directly transmitted to the surface, where millions of lives were suddenly thrust into a fight for survival. The United States Geological Survey meticulously recorded these details, providing a grim testament to the quake's ferocity. As the Earth's crust ruptured, the energy released was akin to multiple nuclear bombs detonating simultaneously, a raw demonstration of nature's indomitable force. This seismic event wasn't just a geological anomaly. It was a moment of reckoning for the entire region, a brutal reminder of the planet's power to reshape human existence in the blink of an eye. In the wake of the quake, the picturesque Noto Peninsula, known for its serene beauty and cultural heritage, was transformed. The land that had nurtured civilization for centuries now bore the scars of nature's wrath, a poignant symbol of our vulnerability in the face of the Earth's untamed forces. Immediate effects. In the immediate aftermath of the 7.6 magnitude earthquake that shook central Japan, the landscape of the Noto Peninsula was irrevocably changed. Buildings that had stood as testaments to human engineering and resilience now lay in ruins, their structures succumbing to the sheer force of the Earth's movement. The devastation was widespread, with homes and landmarks collapsing, leaving behind a trail of destruction and debris. But the earthquake's impact was not confined to the physical damage alone. Fires erupted across the region, fueled by ruptured gas lines and electrical faults, adding an infernal layer of chaos to the already dire situation. Flames engulfed buildings, casting a sinister glow over the devastated areas, as emergency services fought tirelessly to contain the blazes. The threat extended far beyond the immediate vicinity of the quake. Tsunami alerts echoed across the Pacific, reaching as far as eastern Russia, a grim reminder of the far-reaching consequences of such a seismic event. Coastal communities, still bearing the scars of past tsunamis, braced for the impact, as the first ominous waves, harbingers of the impending disaster, crashed onto the shores mere minutes after the quake. The Japan Meteorological Agency, recognizing the gravity of the situation, acted swiftly, issuing tsunami warnings for the coastal regions of western Japan. The alarm was not just a precaution, it was a necessary call to action, aimed at mitigating the potential for further loss and devastation. Tsunami warning and impact. In the shadow of the earthquake's devastation, a new, ominous threat loomed over Japan, the tsunami. With the earth still trembling, the Japan Meteorological Agency's alarms pierced the air, a dire warning of the tidal waves set to follow. Coastal regions of western Japan, already reeling from the seismic upheaval, now faced the dual menace of earth and sea, a testament to nature's capacity to unleash multiple catastrophes simultaneously. The first waves, precursors to a potential calamity, struck with little warning. Just over 10 minutes after the ground shook, the sea, betraying its usual calm, surged onto land. The city of Wajima, located in Ishikawa Prefecture, bore the brunt of this initial onslaught. By 4:21 p.m., tsunami waves measuring approximately 1.2 meters in height crashed against the shore, a tangible measure of the impending disaster. This was not merely a phenomenon of water, it was a force of nature, reshaping the coastline and challenging the preparedness of a nation. As the tsunami warnings reverberated across the region, the sense of urgency intensified. The coastal areas, now facing the dual threat of seismic and tidal forces, were thrust into a state of emergency. The Defense Ministry, recognizing the scale of the crisis, deployed a formidable force of 1,000 military personnel to assist in the affected regions. Their mission was clear: to aid in evacuation, provide immediate relief, and support the communities bracing for impact. The footage captured in the wake of the earthquake and the approaching tsunami was a stark reminder of the seismic ferocity that had struck the region. Cameras trembled, mirroring the intensity of the waves that mercilessly pounded the coastline. Homes and buildings, once symbols of safety and stability, succumbed to the combined wrath of quake and wave, their roofs collapsing and foundations shaken to the core. Response: in the chaotic aftermath of the earthquake and the looming tsunami threat, Japan's response was swift and organized, a testament to the nation's preparedness and resilience in the face of disaster. The government, emergency services, and the citizens themselves sprang into action, a coordinated effort to mitigate the impact and support those in immediate danger. As the tsunami warnings echoed across the coastal regions, the Defense Ministry mobilized a formidable force of 1,000 military personnel. These soldiers, trained for moments of national crisis, were deployed to the hardest-hit areas, their mission clear: to assist in evacuation efforts, provide critical support to emergency services, and ensure the safety of those caught in the disaster's path. Their presence was a beacon of hope, a symbol of the nation's commitment to protect its people at all costs. The military's deployment was just one facet of a multifaceted response. Emergency services worked tirelessly, navigating through rubble and debris to rescue trapped victims. Their efforts were heroic, often risking their own lives to save others. The coordination between various agencies was a dance of precision and urgency, each group playing a vital role in the complex task of disaster response. Amid the destruction, the transportation network faced significant challenges. The iconic Shinkansen bullet trains, a symbol of Japan's technological prowess, were brought to a standstill. Nearly 1,400 passengers found themselves stranded, encapsulated in immobile trains for more than 11 agonizing hours. This situation underscored the logistical nightmares faced by authorities, highlighting the vulnerability of even the most advanced infrastructure to nature's fury. Yet, in these moments of crisis, the spirit of the Japanese people shone brightly. Communities came together, offering support to those in need. The response went beyond the actions of the military and emergency services. It was a collective effort, with civilians playing a crucial role in the rescue and relief operations. People opened their homes to strangers, shared resources, and provided comfort to one another, embodying the principle of mutual aid and cooperation that is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. Infrastructure and communications. In the wake of the devastating earthquake and subsequent tsunami, Japan faced a daunting challenge: the restoration of its infrastructure and communication networks. The seismic event did not discriminate in its destruction, leaving behind a landscape where both the physical and digital fabrics of society were torn asunder. The impact on Japan's infrastructure was immediate and severe, underscoring the vulnerability of even the most advanced nations to nature's might. The iconic Shinkansen bullet trains, a symbol of Japan's technological advancement and efficiency, came to an abrupt halt. These high-speed trains, which connect cities across the country with precision and reliability, were immobilized. Nearly 1,400 passengers found themselves stranded, a stark reminder of the quake's disruptive power not just on buildings and homes, but on the very arteries that keep the nation moving. The logistical challenges faced by authorities were monumental, with every hour of immobility marking a test of resilience and resourcefulness. Highways, the lifelines of commerce and daily life, were closed. The quake's force was such that it rendered these critical paths impassable, cutting off communities and complicating the efforts of emergency responders. The damage to the roads was a direct hit to the flow of goods and services, hampering relief efforts and prolonging the suffering of those affected. Water pipes burst under the strain, unleashing torrents of water onto streets already littered with debris. This added a new layer of crisis, with the essential supply of clean water disrupted, threatening the health and well-being of thousands. In moments, the infrastructure that supported life and prosperity was turned into an obstacle course of hazards. The quake's reach extended into the realm of communication, severing the lines that connect individuals to each other and to the world. In some areas, cell phone services were rendered silent, isolating communities at a time when connection was most critical. The silence of the digital networks was a stark contrast to the cacophony of chaos that enveloped the physical world, a digital blackout that added to the sense of vulnerability and isolation. Yet, it was in this darkness that the strength of the human spirit shone through. Amidst the faltering infrastructure and communications, social media platforms emerged as beacons of hope. They became the digital lifelines through which individuals sought and offered help, shared information, and connected with loved ones. The digital realm, though battered, became a repository of resilience, a testament to the ability of technology to bring people together even as the physical world was being pulled apart. Nuclear safety. In the shadow of the destruction wrought by the 7.6 magnitude earthquake and the ensuing tsunami, a specter from the past loomed large over Japan, the fear of a nuclear crisis akin to the one experienced in March 2011. However, amidst the widespread devastation and the urgent efforts to respond to the immediate needs of the affected communities, a glimmer of relief emerged in the realm of nuclear safety. In the tense hours following the seismic upheaval, the nation held its breath, awaiting news on the status of its nuclear facilities. The memories of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster were still fresh, a haunting reminder of what could go wrong when the forces of nature collide with human-made structures. But this time, the news brought a collective sigh of relief across the nation and beyond. No abnormalities were reported at the nuclear plants in the area, a testament to Japan's heightened vigilance and improved safety measures in the wake of past tragedies. This moment of relief was more than just a positive update amidst a cascade of grim news. It was a significant affirmation of the country's commitment to nuclear safety. After the 2011 disaster, Japan had embarked on a rigorous review and enhancement of its nuclear safety protocols, investing in technology, infrastructure, and training to prevent a repeat of the past. The absence of a nuclear crisis in the aftermath of the 2024 earthquake was a tangible result of these efforts, showcasing the resilience and foresight of Japan's approach to managing the risks associated with nuclear energy. Aftermath and warnings. As the dust began to settle and the immediate shock of the earthquake and tsunami subsided, Japan's weather agency issued a stern warning that reverberated through the nation. The seismic event had unleashed forces that would continue to pose a threat long after the initial tremors had ceased. The specter of powerful aftershocks loomed, a reminder that nature's fury was not easily tamed. The aftershocks were not a mere inconvenience. They were a continued test of endurance for a nation already grappling with the immense challenges of disaster response and recovery. Japan's geographical location on the Pacific Ring of Fire made it prone to seismic activity, and the possibility of further building collapses and landslides weighed heavily on the minds of both authorities and citizens. Evacuation orders rang out in affected areas as communities braced for the aftershocks. Citizens sought refuge in stadiums and designated safe zones, fully aware that their return home would not be immediate. The uncertainty of the situation hung in the air as families grappled with the prospect of an uncertain period away from their homes, their belongings, and their sense of normalcy. This phase of the disaster, the aftermath and the continued warnings of aftershocks, added a layer of complexity to the already Herculean task of managing the disaster's effects. Rescue and relief operations had to contend not only with the immediate devastation, but also with the ongoing seismic activity that threatened to further disrupt their efforts. Historical context. But to understand the full impact of this disaster, we must first consider the historical context in which it occurred. Japan, a nation perched on the Pacific Ring of Fire, has long been intimately acquainted with the volatile forces that shape the Earth's crust. Earthquakes are an inherent part of the Japanese experience, woven into the tapestry of the nation's history and culture. Throughout its history, Japan has borne witness to a litany of earthquakes, some more devastating than others. The land's geological makeup, marked by the convergence of tectonic plates, has made it susceptible to seismic activity. The Japanese people have developed a profound understanding of the Earth's tremors, honing their architectural and engineering prowess to withstand these recurrent challenges. The 2024 earthquake, with its epicenter in the Noto Peninsula of Ishikawa Prefecture, was not just another seismic event. It was a stark reminder of the unpredictable and relentless nature of geological forces. The scale of this disaster harked back to the hunting specter of March 2011, when Japan faced a major quake and its subsequent tsunami, leading to nuclear meltdowns and etching a traumatic chapter in the nation's collective memory. In this historical context, the 2024 earthquake took on a poignant significance. It was a reminder that even in a technologically advanced era, Japan remained at the mercy of nature's whims. It highlighted the ongoing need for preparedness, vigilance, and a commitment to safety that transcends generations. We hope you found these facts intriguing. If you've heard them before or have any thoughts to share, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to A World to Discover to join us on our journey of discovery.